In this video, we'll answer the question of whether the public charge rule applies to non-immigrant visas as well at embassies and consulates worldwide. Stay tuned, we'll see you on the other side. Hi everybody, my name is Jacob Sapochnick and I'm an immigration attorney based in San Diego, California. If you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to our channel, click that bell to be notified, and also make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok for other videos that we do about immigration. In this video, I wanted to actually answer a question from one of our subscribers that is applying for a student visa at the US Embassy abroad. And the question is whether the public charge rule also applicable to non-immigrant visas like student visas, tourist visas, and other like fiancé visas and things like that. So what the general rule of public charge is that coming from the State Department, from their regulations, is that it typically will be applicable to both immigrant and non-immigrant visas. And so we know about immigrant visas in many videos that we've done before, some of the criteria that they're looking for, and especially for somebody who is going to get a green card, they must meet those requirements before they're actually able to get a green card. But when it comes to non-immigrant visas, for example, in this case, somebody who's applying for a student visa, so essentially we'll give the consular officer discretion to decide whether that non-immigrant has sufficient funds and resources to be able to be in the United States and then come back. There is a new form as well that is being used with public charge, but specifically for State Department. The form is called DS 5540, and it's a public charge intake form which has a bunch of questions that consular officers are either going to require the candidates to complete at the time of the interview, or they can actually ask questions from the applicant when they are being interviewed. The form has questions that will make the officer make a determination, essentially, whether if that person is going to be a financial burden while they're visiting the United States. So make the person complete the form or use the form to ask questions to make their decision right there on the spot. So things like medical insurance, whether the person is going to get medical insurance while they're here under non-immigrant visas, do they have insurance right now, any financial resources that they are using to be able to come and satisfy the visa that they're applying for, whether it's, for example, in this case, a student visa. So looking at more financial documents to show that they have not only the money to pay for school, but also enough living expenses to be able to live in the US while they're here as a non-immigrant student. So again, new form, DS 5540, which is a public charge intake form with a lot of questions, and based on those answers, consular officers will make a determination if that person is going to be a public charge or not. And again, it does apply for non-immigrant visas, so people need to be aware that when they apply for any kind of visa, they have to be prepared to show financial stability and whether they are able to financially support themselves throughout their stay in the US, no matter what visa they're coming from. So just be aware of that. We'll make a separate video explaining what the DS 5540 is about. In this video, I just wanted to answer the question of whether the public charge rule will be applicable to non-immigrant visas, and the answer is yes. According to the State Department guidelines, they will be using the regulations to make a determination whether somebody who is coming here on a non-immigrant visa is likely to become a public charge, because again, that rule gave the government a very, very broad discretion to make a decision who is going to be a public charge, who is able to be in the United States financially. And again, they're using different criteria for that. But in this case, there is certain guidelines provided to us by that form, DS 5540, and it is important to definitely review that form before applying for any visa, immigrant or non-immigrant, at the US Embassy or Consulate worldwide. So hopefully that answers that question. Again, if you have any questions or comments, post them below, and also feel free to connect with us In the description of this video, we have our email addresses, our website, so you can connect with us. Remember, if you're here for the first time, subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.